by C. Hopkins, right? If you're not that guy. So, what's good? It's your boy C Dog, and I'm in constant torment. Alright, no, so, I've been prideful, but I've also been humble, you know? Now, I'm trying my diddly darn best to be the latter, okay? I truly am. And honestly, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it humble right now. I don't know what diddly darn meant in the original script. I wrote the script like a month ago. Cause I created like a stockpile of like a few videos. And I just like haven't, I've just been like slow to edit them because school started. Yeah. And I'm also gonna be, it's not vacation, I'm gonna be, not here, I'm born, y'all. Yo, if you're a new viewer, you already clicked off, didn't you? If you didn't, thank you. If you're an old viewer, then I'm not gonna be here for the next week. Which shouldn't affect things too much considering the alright it's just like one video a week, which is like I think that's how it's normally been. Where I've usually been like stockpiling, I've been scheduling for like weeks ahead, and I'll have like multiple on a week sometimes. Um, yeah, but no, I have no videos recorded right now. And I'm leaving to another province on the other side of my country. The other side, I'm already on the east side. Not really. I'm like close-ish to the middle. I'm legally be like the no, I'm gonna go grandpa died. Anyways, so addiction to yeah, bruh. So I had an addiction to like whamming the lamb and tickling the pickle, you know, stroking the oak. You get the point, eating the meat. You know, and I liked my I said I was fine. And I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Whatever. It's natural. Everyone else does it. Why do you do stuff? You know? You know, it's like I really didn't want to humble myself, you know? I'm like, bro, it's like it's fine. Everyone does it. It's just fun, you know? It's like it's just like in moderation, you know? It's like anything in moderation, kill yourself. So um I really didn't want to, but I humbled myself. And I realized I was dead wrong. And it was hard, bro. It was like it's insanely hard to humble yourself. But why is that? Hey Michael, Vsauce here. I keep saying that. It's that was on purpose though. Dude, basically context. We have like we deliver food to people, and one of the foods we like calling it born again, because it's like it's just the process of making it. It's because it's like boiled and like it's cooled and then I think it's boiled and then cooled again. So it's like that's why we call it born again because it's like you cook it like twice. So then the dude sent me a picture. I was like, it's like a huge. We have buckets of this thing, right? And it's like we have a lot, right? And it's like I don't know why. I said I get. Where's my phone? I'm gonna find the original. Unless I don't, let's just cut it out. Ow! Segway's down in here. I just broke my shoulder. You're good. Where's that? Oh, I have it. I have it. You can see right there. Context of that. Indian street food. So, just image of it with born again. Let's accomplish it. I'm like, nice, you know? And what we do is
Yeah.
like, because some of the stuff we give is kind of spicy, so we have a test, right? So he does it, but it's like he's Indian, so he's used to spicy food, right? So the another white dude, well, he originally started calling it the white man test because it's like the white man has to test it out, right? Because like we're like not as good as handling spice, right? Because like he'll be like, oh, this is fine. We're like, dude, well, some people are not in this. This is not no, it is not fine, right? So I'm like, I'll have to give it the white man test tomorrow to see if it's any good, right? Because like it's still because it's not actually. It's not like I had it before. It's not spicy, but it's just like because it's good, right? He's like, sure, I will join you too, right? And then the other dude, is already born once. He said he doesn't want to be born again. And then I'm like, tell him he needs to be born once of the flesh and a second time of the spirit, right? I'm making a silly little reference, right? And then he's like, you are very intelligent, I will tell him. But people don't know anything but the soul. If they do, uh, then they need to die first spiritually, then only they can be born again. So that's crazy segue, but that's why being humble hurts so much. It's because you're dying spiritually. Like, you're not literally dying, like my great grandpa. Last night. Alright, buddy, that's too soon. Um, but you're dying spiritually. It's not a physical death, but it still hurts the same amount. It's just a spiritual pain. Because you're killing yourself. It's not just like, oh, it just happens. No, you have to put the gun to your own head and pull the trigger. Like, you have to do it on yourself. Like, you gotta kill yourself. Like, I got a player tip for you right now. You
You
gotta
gotta
kill
kill
yourself.
yourself.
Now, I know that may sound sacrilegious or
I know that
envious,
may
but
sound
what my hand on
sacrilegious
the
or
Bible,
envious,
that's what you
but
gotta
my
do.
hand on the Bible, that's what you gotta do.
Player tip for y'all right there. You gotta kill yourself. For real. Like, but like, of course it hurts. You're killing yourselves. If you think killing yourself is gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna kill myself. No! People who kill themselves, they're at rock bottom. Oh my gosh, this analogy works so well. It's because when you become born again spiritually, it's because you've hit rock bottom and you need to get back up, right? It's only once you hit rock bottom that you kill yourself and become humble. And then once your old spirit is dead, then you can renew yourself and be like, you know what? I need to make a change in my life. This old life has led me to the dumps. I can't be living this no more. I ain't about this type of life. Like, you gotta be in that, bro. Like, and that's what makes people actually like physically kill themselves, and then they don't come back because you're. I mean, they've got life somewhere else, you know. Oh, it's eternal life or eternal death. You know? Most people's eternal death, you know. Actually, if you kill yourself, yeah, it's automatic eternal death because you're murdering one of God's beautiful. I don't care if it's your body, your choice. It's still murder. It also applies to abortion. It's funny. Abortion and suicide, same thing. Well, it's at their point of view. It's my point of view. The baby's not. Anyways, we need to. I lock in, bro. I need to lock in. When you're in the depths is when you kill yourself. Don't physically kill yourself, but like spiritually, you know? The reason it hurts, it's because it's an attachment. It's like your whole world. Like, to become born again, to humble yourself and realize I was wrong. It means all of the past was a lie. I mean, not all of it, but like most of the past was a lie. You have to admit that if you're gonna be humble. I'd be like, dang, I was wrong. It's like sometimes you'll start a conversation, you start an argument, and then it's like you'll realize like 2 seconds in, it's like, oh, this other person's wrong. I mean, this other person's right and I'm wrong. Well, I'm gonna keep arguing anyways. Like I haven't done that in like a stupidly long time. I don't know if I've ever done it. I really don't know if I've ever done that. I tend to be quite humble most of the time, not all the time. Absolutely not all the time. No, what I do is like, well, I've seen memes where some people it's like, oh well, I realize I'm wrong, but I'm gonna keep arguing anyways. It's like when you're in an argument and you know what I mean. It's what I just said, like 2 seconds ago. And it's like really going. It's like, man, thanks. You're telling me the truth, right? And it's like when I was like hardcore, it wasn't like I realized I was wrong. It was like, I don't believe that, you know? It was just like I just like la la la. I can't hear you. Like that's what it really is. But it's really the attachment. That's why it's so hard to be humble. It's because it's like you're attached to the whole world and you gotta abandon it now. Because you're scared of being a new creature, you're scared of the change, right? But even if it is better for you, it's still change. It's still scary, right? And you have this pride, you know, and you gotta destroy that. You gotta kill your ego, right? Because you have all this pride stored up and just gone like that. Like, cause you're really scared of feeling small and defenseless because you built yourself up as this incredible image of, oh, I'm such a good person. But you know, you don't want to see yourself as small, defenseless, and like weak and like worthless. And what's something that's actually like, you don't want to see yourself as evil. You're the good guy. Everyone else is the bad guy. They disagree with you, right? You don't want to see yourself as the bad guy. You don't want to see yourself as the sinner. You don't want to see yourself as like an unrighteous person. You don't want to see yourself as a worker of lawlessness. You don't want to see yourself as fallen or like undeserving of an eternal gift. Because now suddenly this prideful image that you had, it's all torn down. You suddenly have flaws. They're just there. The thing is, they already exist. You have flaws. I do. I have flaws. Like I said, it's like, oh, I've been struggling. I struggle with that, past tense. But like, I still struggle with stuff right now. Oh, I'm about to look at them. I see it in the script. Uh, what? Oh, okay, okay, we'll go. Oh, okay. Some of the stuff is past tense, some is present tense. Okay. No, yeah, it's written in the text, so I don't have to. Yeah, but like it's like I said, it's hard to be humble. Like it's like I've already admitted this to myself. Like I can read this and be like, yeah, that's true. But it's like I don't want to tell other people that, right? I think that might even be a part of the fear part, right? That I didn't mention earlier. It's not just like an attachment to like the world. It could also be like, well, what are people gonna think of me, right? It's like, it's like, well, I think of myself differently. It's also like, well, what are people gonna think of me? It's like, it's like being honest with yourself is really hard. I guess here being honest with others, it's also kind of hard sometimes, man. You know? Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm lustful, okay? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You probably are too. If you're a celestial tips viewer, uh, I don't know what that says about my viewers. Okay. It says you're a human being, and you, as a human being, have a fallen nature. We have urges to do things, okay? These desires are not good, okay? Like, I'm lustful. Like, my eyes are drawn to where they shouldn't be. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50. I don't know if people say it like that. I don't know if people say that. But I've touched my willy in the after like my mom. But it's still like something that I did. It's still a crime, Like I mean, not like a legal crime, but it's like more of a spiritual crime, It's like the judge isn't just gonna be like, oh well, you said, oh my bad, you're good now. It's like you can't just be like, well, you're generally a good guy. You give food to people. You have this, just people in need, quite poor people, and you go the extra mile, and sometimes you help them with furniture. You sit there and talk with them. Yeah, and you do other good things, you're a good student, you're a good guy, you're pretty nice most of the time, except when you get in trouble. I know you just think shows, try to be funny sometimes, but you're a good guy. You're in shape. You're a criminal. I can't let you out the hook, right? And like that's what hurts about it. It's like you gotta admit that, You gotta admit you're a criminal. You have to confess your crimes, bro. Like I've touched my willy. I've fantasized. I'm wrathful, okay? I get angry at my brother. I get angry at him. Not just like, hey, what's good, my brother? What's up, brother? I was like, hey, what's up, my brother in Christ? Right? No, I mean like my biological brother, son of my father and mother. I'm the son of my father and mother. You know what I mean? My biological brother, right? Like, like I thought about me killing him, okay? And I slam my door, right, when I'm angry at him, right? And it's just like, I confess, I'm not a perfect being. What? 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 No! No way! No! My favorite YouTuber? A bad human person? A YouTuber would never be a bad person. What? No. He wasn't a pedophile. Wait, it's not like I'm not wrong. Who's done nothing bad in the past. Let me get the quote up. Like this person's actually special. Oh, your mom had a dream of him, and that's how your name was. That's how your mom named you. If you stuck between new names. And Hassan Nasrallah, leader of Hezbollah, who freed the self from occupation. Oh wow, he's such a good person. He looked up to him, right? He freed the self from occupation. I don't know why he's so controversial. Bro did nothing but good things. Do you know what he's the leader of? Hezbollah. You know what Hezbollah is? If you don't know what that is, you're a little slow. Um, so that's just a terrorist organization. They've killed a lot of people. But literally, I posted like the values from Wikipedia. It got removed for something. I don't know why. I can actually find the removed message. Hold on, because I'm on that server, so I don't listen to it. Oh, they're serious. See what I remember. I actually got muted on one time. What? I don't have access to audit logs anymore. What? But anyways, kill yourself. Be born again. Alright, so like to actually like make a change, you have to abandon your fleshly values and submit to some good values, right? Like this. If we're just living and just following the rhythm of our hearts, like I mean, there's some like morality engraved into us. There's some law that's written in our heart. You know, there's a little bit of that, but it's like you can ignore that like very easily. Like it's very at a certain point, you just don't feel that anymore. Like you can pretend like a lot of crazy things, right? Like Genghis Khan probably thought he was a pretty good dude, you know, despite all the people he killed and towns he looted and women he raped. He was a chill dude. Right? Like if like truly your urges like will make you Genghis Khan, like straight up. Like he was a pragmatic man for real. Like he was very smart. He like a good military commander. He worked with people killed. He was actually very accepting guy. Like I'm not saying that ironically. He was actually accepted. Like he had a bunch of like Hindus, Jews, Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, atheists, all in his army together unified. Multiple races, probably even had women in his army too. He was very progressive for his time. But it's because like I'll take what I can have to make a big strong army. Like he was together strong. Now back to moral teachings so that you don't just like become as civilized as society lets you. Like slavery was legal, guys. I know I would have been like, yo, that's bad. Like, but most people at the time, I really thought it was like, well, for it depends on which time slavery was in. You know, during the time it was voted out, then no. But most of the time, the history of slavery, most people would have probably been like, okay, well, no. I think most people probably were like, not really with it. You know, they were kind of against it, but like they weren't speaking out about it. They're just like, I wouldn't do that, but he can do whatever he wants. You know, his slave his choice. Wow. His property is choice. Anyways, me personally, I choose the teachings of Jesus, who is Christ, which that's very unrelated. Um, because his teachings are the best, and every other moral teaching is a footnote of the Sermon on the Mount. Quote Stuart Nettle, I think, or connectly. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that's what he said, and I'm pretty sure he said that. I vaguely remember what video it was. I don't remember the title. I remember it was an interview with Bryce Crawford and Stuart and what's his dad. You have to love this man, no matter your religion. Like I don't care what religion you have. You have to love this man. Like even like the Muslims, right? Even them who technically like because of what they say, they're technically anti-Christ, but also pro-Christ at the same time. The Quran is so weird now. I haven't read it, but I've seen little snippets of it. It's very intriguing. I will read it eventually. I mean, Jewish people tend not to like him, you know, but I actually just think read is good news. Like, which is the gospel. That's what good news is. Like the Gospels. New Testament. The first four books of the New Testament. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The next thing I want to talk about is a mirror. Metaphorical mirror. You're looking at the mirror. You're not looking at imperfections. Not the greatness, but the real you. And if you look in there, and you see something you don't like, then you gotta make a change, okay? Don't be wallowing in your misery, being like, oh, woe is me. And don't pretend to pay. It's like, yeah, it's fine. Be honest, be humble. Like, you're probably not the best version of yourself. I remember, basically, I was praying for my brother, right? But I was praying dishonestly. which means I wasn't really praying. I wasn't praying selflessly. I was praying selflessly. Even though I was praying for brother, I was like, oh, dude. Really, what I was praying for was, I was praying that my brother would stop hitting me, which is a selfish thing. I'm like, dude, can he stop being like a bully? He always goes to my room and calls me names, and he pushes me around or whatever. I was praying for that, but it was a selfish prayer. Because I knew he didn't do that to anyone else. It was just me because he could get away with it. Right? And I was praying honestly. And then once, I was like, I had this was a recent humility. I was like, for himself as we are. I'm not praying that he actually just follows the will of God so that we have a noble deliver. I maybe thought of that maybe. I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's like I didn't really honestly mean that. That's not what I was praying for. I wasn't praying that he would become a servant of God. I wasn't praying that God's name would be hallowed. I wasn't praying, for that. I wasn't praying Father, forgive him for he doesn't know what he's doing. I wasn't saying any of that. I wasn't like, dude, make him be a better person for people around him and for you. Nah. I was like, bro, I just stop making him hit me. That's not how that works. You can't just pray selfishly like that. And then once I stopped, I'm pretty sure, kind of settled down on that, which is interesting. I don't know. I'm understand. But anyways, you gotta kill yourself. Now, I don't know if it may sound sacrilegious or envious, but with my hand on my Bible, that's what you gotta do. Like, you gotta kill yourself spiritually, for real, man. And I gotta drink. Sorry, guys, I'm an alcoholic. It definitely wasn't very creative. Preaching water to my throat dry. No. Basically, you gotta kill yourself spiritually. Now, I know it hurts. Look, you gotta push through that pain, okay? It's better on the other side. Trust me, bro. Just trust me. Genuinely, I've been through it. I haven't been for that much. I wasn't addicted to cocaine or smoking or whatever. But I know it's a hard process. Whatever it is, you gotta look in the mirror and realize what is up with me. You gotta humble yourself. You gotta humble yourself for real. Or if you already have, Alright, I hope the video can turn anyways. Enlightening. I'm like, why is this so hard for real? It's you want it. You want to just think oh dude, it's I'm fine, I'm chill. But it's the thing is, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Right? Jeremiah 17:9. You don't know. Straight up, put your faith in Christ. I love just starting to randomly preach the gospel and go for self-growth video. It's so quirky. I'm so quirky like that. I'm gonna on it. What? No.
聚众搞事，加上大脑管道的守门员抛蛋白反水，他们联合强行打断神经元之间。
Ezekiel chapter 36 verses 26 through 27. Actually, that's right. Okay. I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you will keep my judgments and do them. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. I will take the heart of stone out of your flesh and give you a heart of flesh. Alright, and many more times throughout the Bible, it mentions God cleansing you. And, I actually don't know what it's in original Hebrew / Greek. But, I thinking it as it's not plural you. It's you specifically, okay? It's it's not just us, it's me, right? English is a limiting language, right? In French, I would say instead of vous, it's tu, or instead of ustedes, it's tu, or usted. Isaiah chapter 53, verses 5 through 6. Yeah. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement for our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned, everyone, to his own way. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. Right? What the verse is talking about is every single one of us, we've turned on our own way, right? We've all sinned. Really? We've all been, but it's all the stuff built up, we're guilty, And it's wow, how are we gonna be saved now, right? We gotta fix ourselves. I gotta stop. Excuse me. I gotta stop eating my meat, right? I gotta stop working that thing, you know? I gotta stop all that, right? But it's like, at the end of the day, like I said before, I'm a criminal straight up. Like, I've certainly committed like actual crimes before. There's no way it happened. Um, like I said earlier, it's like all those past crimes, they're real, right? Like you're a criminal, spiritual criminal, right? And it's like, how are these crimes forgiven? It's not based on works, right? It's based on the Messiah, who was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities, right? Like we need like the sins, the wages of sin are death, right? Right? We have to be chastised, right? For our peace, and that was all put on him, and by his stripes we're healed, because all of the iniquity of us laid on him. Now, who was this Messiah? Well, he came for the destruction of the second temple, so he came already. And I think Jesus is the most likely candidate for the title of Christ, but that's just me, though. That's just me and a lot of other people. I think probably most of the world would agree with that. That's just me. I'm just gonna believe that, right? And like, even if you're Muslim, you gotta admit that, right? And be like, because the Quran says he's a yeah, the Quran does say he's a Muslim. I mean the Messiah. The Quran says he's the Messiah. He was a Jewish man. He was not Christian. All right, Jews. He was not a Christian. Okay, I know the Talmud says that, but I believe the Talmud is not really. It's because they claim it to be like the oral Torah that was given alongside the physical one, but it's like, why did you only write that down after Jesus died? I don't know. Maybe it's because well, I remember there's supposed to be Messianic prophecies, but a lot of people are thinking he's the Messiah. We gotta make a cover-up story right now, right? It's like, well, so earlier when he said the Messiah was gonna be God with us, he was gonna be wise counselor, mighty God, everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. Remember all that in front of religion. He's gonna do many miracles, and he was gonna die for our sins, and then come back. That wasn't Jesus. Bethlehem? No, that wasn't that. That's just a coincidence, guys. He's not actually. He would never do that. He's just a false. He's just a false picture. I mean, he can't to be God. He can't do Messiah. That's you can't do that. What is the like? There is not gonna be the Messiah, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, there's he's not one except for the second coming of Christ. Anyways, I should probably work out soon. Basically, the reason it's because you're killing yourself. There's a lot of attachment involved. There's all the world. You gotta get rid of it. And you have that pride in you. You're scared of feeling small, defenseless, and suddenly you have flaws all of a sudden. They always existed. But basically, kill yourself, be born again, look in the mirror, not those imperfections, not the greatness, but the real you. Make a change. If you see something you don't like, don't wallow, don't pretend it's okay. Kill yourself.
It goes
I know
down
that
the
may sound,
narrative.
you get the point. Keep growing.
You
Play
gotta
yourself.
kill
Keep
yourself.
growing.
I know that may sound sacrilegious or impious, but with my hand on the Bible, that's what you gotta do.